of the Nembrini MRH810 V2 Elite Series JCM800 Marshall. Okay, so let's get into it. The interface of all Nembrini is very similar. This gives you a very glimpse of the size, info about the sim, the plus and minus to navigate between presets. The before and after are going to, basically undo stuff and redo stuff. And the A and B also goes between the original preset back and forth. And now you have the menu. If you have it open like this, it will show up open like this the last time you left it. And you'll have all your presets like that. And then, of course, you save, delete, and all that stuff. Or load preset. And now the amp itself, of course, there's a master gain section, bass, fill, all that stuff. There's a lead switch here. And there's a clean section. Okay, when you hit the cap section, you're in the IR section, and you will notice that everything is on one page. Very similar to Plugin Alliance plugins. There's a reason for this, I think. Of course, you got the cab, the mics, the hybrid mixing, the gate, and the output. On the very top right-hand corner, it's called a cleaner. It's a counter. Now, the counter is like on the valve stat amps. You can scoop in and out it and whatever you want. So the sky's the limit when it comes to making this fit in a mix or with other guitar tracks. And to get the most out of it, you have to use it like a real amp, where you have effects before it, you have it on a channel strip, and then after it, you can send two effects buses. Most sims do not have a real effects loop, where you can put effects between your preamp and power section. The both tube, and then when you put your effects like that, like on a real amp, you can push a second amp, and then you've got a massive sound. It's when they're through tubes, but they do sound really great. It's like a whole different thing.
But these Sims act and behave like the real thing. The 810 acts like the brutal Marshall JCM800 2210, and the Plexi 159 with the Eddie Van Halen Variac really acts like his amp. You can play all his solos and it screams. It's really unique. They're really good. Very, very versatile. They are must-haves. They're unique. They're very rare. They're in my top 10 now. Okay, so let's look at two audio tracks I place on two separate channels, but they're identical. They're clones of each other. Here we hear both of the Sims. Using the cleaner, I can completely phase around the tone of the Sim to fit in the mix if I needed to, or with another guitar track. So the dynamic response to your playing is very, very close to the real Plexis. The way they kick in, when you lower down, the tone stays the same. Doesn't phase out or anything between the treble and bass. Now let's hear the 810, which is the JCM800 2210. You can hear it's brutal. You can adjust the gain to get a nice crunch level too. Now listen to this. I'll put them together and I'll make them stereo. We'll go to the brown sound now. I can adjust this a little bit. Change some of the IRs, huge difference. Back to the 810, and it's a little bit more, you know, I think it has more options in some ways. I can't remember which Sim came out first, but they both have very unique abilities. So if you know how to push an amp with a SD1, TS9, clone, you know, it works very well, especially the 810. The 810 is a very brutal amp. It's a free clone pedal, by the way, and it's a good idea to get familiar with the asymmetrical, symmetrical, and Germanian world to add additional character to your tone.
Okay, so I'll be doing different demos to see how I would get along with this. I can emphasize it enough. I have pedals before I go into the interface, so I can compare. If anything in the computer is not up to par with the real thing. my conclusion of this sim. It's an 80s amp, very simple. You know, you can have it on clean if you have something external to the pedal. If you could put a plug-in before, like an SD1 type plug-in, you know, Boss, they have plugins now. It's a JCM800 2210, a little more aggressive than the 2203. I believe that's to do with the tubes. What I can say about it that's interesting is that it's different from, like, for example, the Mercurial Marshall. They have not the Spark, the newer one. It's different. They all have a difference to them. It's a different tone character. I would definitely use something before the amp, even in software. You know, there are plugins you can get from Plugin Alliance. They have tube screamers, everything like that. And I would definitely, it's definitely enjoyable. It's definitely another color you can add to your double tracking or even solos. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend it. I own it because I use it, you know. I find places where I'm flipping through some Marshalls and stuff and I need something to sit in the mix, right? And I use it, you know. It all depends on the kind of guitar you have too sometimes. So yeah, it's definitely important to have 3-4 different Marshalls, not just one Plexi or one JCM800, especially when it comes to Marshall. And if you add more Marshall, sometimes different variety, the sound becomes enormous. So it's like, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching and hope to see you guys again. Cheers. While you're here, feel free to check out some of the electroform jewelry by myself and Mia. We also have an Etsy shop, and go ahead and do all that stuff like subscribe and follow us. We hope to see you again in the future.